Hi everyone, how's it going tonight? It is Thursday, July 10th. You might be joining me live, you might be joining me on replay. Regardless of how you're joining me, I welcome you. Thank you so much for joining me at the Stamping Zoo in a beautiful Boise, Idaho. It's not too bad. It's summer without a doubt, but not hot summer, okay? I don't even think it's 90 out there. That's good stuff. It'll be coming for us soon, off and on in the next week. But you know what I always say? It's always perfect stamping weather. So I don't really care what happens out there. All right, everyone, I am fresh from the shower and I am ready to stamp and chat with you. Who's with me? Let's see here. I have no one with me yet. I think you're all catching up. It's all right. I am just out here waiting for you. There we go. Everyone, it always takes a while for all the comments to catch up. So hello, Jenny. Hello, Lori and Roz. Hi, ladies. And thank you for sharing. Roz was right on it. She shared this. She doesn't even know what it's going to be about. Well, I'll tell you what it's going to be about. Llamas and dachshunds. How about that? I've been waiting to use this stamp set with you. This is going to be a fun one. Okay. They're always fun. They're always fun. But this is going to be a really fun one because we're going to do some coloring and we're going to play with some two-tone cardstock, which is on sale right now, 20% off through today and tomorrow. So if you are looking for some great paper, we now have our two-tone cardstock in all of our colors. I have a bunch of it back there. There we go. So anyway, it comes in 12 by 12, and I will show you just a few of the special techniques that you can do with two-tone cardstock. So we're going to use that on one of the cards. We're going to color with blends. We're going to color with Wink of Stella. I don't think we're going to fussy cut. I think I've done that. I did some of it in advance. Not that it was difficult, but just that I didn't think you wanted to watch that. So how is everyone this week? How are you all? I missed you last Sunday because I have been busy working on orders for lovely customers. As a lot of you know, the bingo is going to be next Thursday, which while I'm thinking about that, I will not be live with you next Thursday because I will be busy in the bingo card class. But I am hoping to come live the following day on Friday. Okay, so just as long as you are liking, sharing, following my pages, subscribing to the YouTube channel, you will get notification. And so, Lori put her order in today for some two-tone cardstock. Good job. Hello, Sue. Very nice to see you over on YouTube. And so anyway, as I was saying, I hope you're all doing well. And let's see, did I see you for the 4th? I think I saw you right after the 4th. No, I saw you on the 3rd. Okay, so I hope that everyone survived. My children survived. Let's see, Tango, I think his hearing's going. So he was always, he sat and barked at them for a little while. Cashy, he gets more anxious as the years go on. So he was trying to go back and forth between sitting on my lap and sitting between my ankles, sitting on my lap, sitting between my ankles. And finally I grabbed him, okay, and just held him for an hour and a half. I propped up my pillow or propped him up with a pillow and then watched, I don't know, I don't even remember what I was watching, but I turned the volume up to try and drown it out. And you know, it's so much better than it used to be the wild, wild west out here in my neighborhood. And I think all of those people have, you know, grown up and I was going to make really bad jokes about pyrotechnics, but we will not. Okay. Anyway, they're grown up and gone. Yay. And so they've been replaced with people that pretty much wrap it up by midnight. Thank goodness. And so that's what we did, right? But other than that, I had a nice weekend and I saw friends every day. I was so social. It was very odd for me. So, I mean, look at me, Miss Social. Sometimes. All right, well, I have a whole, hello, Madison. Madison, I'm going to show you something that I'm not sure, I was thinking about you today. How to put labels onto cling stamps. Do you know how to do that? I know that you know, have dabbled in paper crafting through the years, but I want to point you down right now because I'm going to show all of you a stamp set that I think you might not want to sleep on. It's kind of a sleeper in the catalog, but when we take a look at it here, I think you're probably, well, I don't know how you could pass it up. So anyway, let's take a look. What do you think it is? Any guesses? It's a standalone stamp set, and it's not the llamas and the dachshunds because we're playing with those in just a little bit. This one is just a standalone stamp set. And okay, well, if you're not sure, just hang in there. I'm going to show you. I was thinking about you when I was mounting these labels. And so let's just bring it in, shall we? It is Rustic Centerpiece. Now, I mean, this did not immediately jump out to me, just so you know. No way. I went right past it as well. And then I started looking at this thing. Okay, there we go. There we go. And then I started really looking at it, and I was like, well, wait a minute. This is really quite lovely and detailed, isn't it? So it's 3 centerpieces. These are shown at 75%. So you will see when I open them up, they really can be features of your card fronts. This is actually my stamp set that I'm featuring in the In Color Club this month. And so that's why I have it. I just got it. So I haven't even created the cards yet. But let me show you 2 of the stamps. So this is the size of them, okay? This one, the smallest one are the succulents, but this one is, oh gosh, it's like about 4 1/4 by maybe 2 1/4. That's quite large. And they are on red rubber because they're detailed. And so I think we're going to see, I haven't even stamped with them yet. We're going to stamp with them real quick. Just stamp them and see how they look. And here's the little guy of the group. This one is still 2 inches by 3. Also, that'll be nice. Look how it's perfect for the corner of a card with a sentiment here. So I do love that. And just think about all of the techniques. You can use heat embossing, all of the coloring techniques, all the fun stuff. Okay, then here's one that is so adorable. It has a reindeer on it. And I actually would like to take this stamp set to a florist and have them make this for me. Or maybe I can try to group it myself. But I'm in love with this. I want this to be my actual centerpiece. And so anyway, there we go. Now, okay, so Madison, here is a cling stamp. I have taken it out of this package and I've taken the backing paper off of it. So I did that and then I remembered, oh yes, I think I need to show this again. Because every time I show it, 1 or 2 people at least say, oh yeah, that's cool. I didn't know about that. Okay, so we need one of the larger blocks. This is a G, I think. What is it? It's an E. Okay, so we're going to take, these are how the labels come. All right, so you can see them in there. On the more cloudy side, that's where you're able to peel them up. I want you to peel this up and just be careful with it. Don't let it stick to itself. You get like a one shot with these things. So I think the instructions in here even say to like peel it off and put it onto the sticker this way. I think we've all decided this is a better way. Okay, so once you've got that, then it's nice and stable because it's on the block. So then you remove the backing paper. And this is a big one. So this would be difficult for me to put this label on the sticker and not get it wrinkled or bubbled. Okay, and then you bring your stamp in. Let me pan out a little bit. I'm a little close. So bring your, okay, now I've got it all funky. There. Bring this out. Hover over it. Now I'm going to look in the camera because I can't quite see it. Hover until you can see. Just make sure you have a good handle on the block because again, once you put it down, that's where the sticker goes. Okay, so that's where it's going to be. And once you've got it in place, then just, it's kind of scary doing this because I can't quite see it. Put it down. Okay, firm pressure. And then you can peel it up. If it seems like it's coming apart, then use the flat spatula on the take your pick tool to slide it under there. This one. Slide it under there if it's giving you too much resistance. What you're trying not to do is pull this apart because you will tear the foam. I can attest to that. But this way, it's perfect. Okay? And so let's try it out real quick. I'm dying to see what this looks like. I'm sorry in advance if I gasp because that's just me. You know, I can't control myself sometimes. Okay, and I'm going to do these in pecan pie just for funsies because of the wood element here. Okay, when a block is, or when a stamp is this big, lots of times I like to hold the ink. And you see me do this from time to time. It's probably not the safest way to do it, but it's just how I do it. I don't like to hear the ink pad clinking and clanking on the glass mat. And so let's take a look at this, shall we? Oh my gosh. It's so adorable. Look at that. That could be the front of your Christmas card. Now let's move forward a little bit, not that far forward, but when you start cranking out Christmas cards, it is very nice to have a stamp like this with high impact and low work because you could put this on some of our beautiful paper with some embellishments and a nice sentiment, and that's it, and you're done. And I mean, it's gorgeous, right? Okay, where is my chamois? Hello, Deborah. Very nice to see you. Oh, see, Lori said, that's cute. I must have missed it. Yes, it is in the annual catalog. I will tell you the page number, or if somebody is at there right now, if you find it, you can tell me. Of course, you can also just search for it online. Rustic centerpiece. Okay, I think it's $20. So, and you get $2 back. So it's not even $20, right? Hello, Kim. Did I see you? Yep, I did. There she is. Hello, Kim. Got the opportunity to talk to Kim. Oh, we just did kind of a short chat. Whoops. A couple days ago. That was nice. Oh, that's beautiful too. Look at that. So cool. So cool. That would be good for anything. Of course, you could use that for Christmas too. Put it on Christmas paper and it's going to look like a Christmas element. All right? But of course, then you can use it for all types of things. Just birthdays, a sympathy sentiment, you know, a thinking of you card, a hello card. You can use it as an accompanying card to a little pot of succulents that you give to a friend. And then here's a gorgeous one for fall, and these just barely fit on that E-block. Look at that. Let's take a look at this one. I hope I can handle the beauty. I hope I can handle the beauty. Whoa, almost dropped it. The only thing small on me are my hands. I don't know what kind of a cruel joke that was. Wow. Look at these images, guys. And just think about how you can really bring that to life, again, with watercoloring, Stampin' Blends, watercolor pencils, or heat embossing, or nothing. Leave it alone, right? They are rustic and beautiful. Wow. I'm in love with it. Okay, so that is Rustic Centerpiece. Item number 166186, and $20. So it qualifies for the Stampin' Rewards. So essentially it's going to be $20 with a $2 credit back on a future purchase. Okay, so anyway, yes, I just got that in, and I am going to be designing my cards. So my In Color Club, they get kind of a mini card class. I designed 4 cards, and I'm designing with this, and I'm excited. How fun. Okay, don't forget about it. Rustic centerpiece. It's going to come in handy. All of these. All right, so let's talk about, look at all this loveliness. This is what we're going to work with tonight. We are going to work with dachshunds and llamas. What about that? What a cool combination. I will say this is so odd that this came out at the time that it did. First of all, let's take a beautiful look at it. Long time no see. There is, of course, the dachshund. There is the llama. And you get, hello, KZ. We'll take you for as long as you are here. And my goodness, I'm sorry you have a lung infection. Please take good care of yourself. Okay, so here's the llama head. You can put the scarf on it, and then you can give it a long neck. And you can even embellish with Christmas lights. And then you can also make the dachshund this size or long. We're going to make him long, of course. We're going to make both of them long. Okay. And then there's a happy birthday and a Merry Christmas. Long time no see. Sorry, I'm a little behind. I mean, it's going to work great for belated birthday cards, Christmas. I am going to make a lot of Christmas cards with this. Not surprising. And so we're going to start by making one tonight. Why not? Okay, these are the last cards we made together, and I'm kind of in love with them. And I do believe this suite, at least parts of this suite, are not available right now. Okay, so we had a huge sale last month, right? And it was buy one, get one 50% off suite products. And so several of the dies are coming back in. I think a lot of them were slated to come back in on the 28th of July. If you have any questions about when certain inventory is coming in, please just private message me and let me know what you're looking for, and I can give you an estimated arrival date on things. But yes, some things are just coming back in. But the cool thing with Long Time No See is it's in inventory and it's standalone. So you can choose to use some other accompanying dies or no dies. Okay, I'm going to use a variety of products. You need the long block for this. What is this? I don't have these memorized. There's no reason to take up mental space for that. Yep, it's I. Okay, looks like a ladder. You could probably use it as a ladder for some other card. Keep that in mind. And then I am coloring with my favorite color medium, the Stampin' Blends and Wink of Stella. I have a variety of the colors here. I'll of course tell you when I'm using different colors. But over here in this little container, I keep these separate. We have 20 of what we call naturals. No, we have 10. Well, we have 20. We have, no, do we have 20? 2, 4, 8, 10. No, we have 10, Lisa. Stop it. Okay, so they, I don't know why I was hung up on that, but they are numbered 100 through 1,000. Okay, here's just my little color swatch. And they're naturals. They're for skin tones, but they're for tons of things, right? I think you could definitely use this on rustic centerpiece, right? And you can also definitely use these for animals, anything. So don't just get hung up that they're just for skin tone. All right, so I brought those in. Now, I'm not sure if we are going to end up using them, but I did just want to make mention of them. They have numbers because that's how they originally started out when we first could get them as pre-order. But now they have names, all right? So they're like medium deep, medium light, kind of like foundation. So anyway, keep those in mind. I don't know if they're in the catalog anymore or if they're online exclusives because I think blends are online exclusives. So that plays with my mind because I was like, the first time I was looking for them, I was like, My God, they're gone. What happened? Nah, they're not gone. Okay, so Kathleen says she just ordered 5 more packs of two-tone cardstock, which in her favorite colors, of course. Well, we are going to play with Granny Apple Green. This here, these 2 pieces, are the two-tone cardstock. Okay, so one side has a deeper feel than the other, and it has a white core, and you can stamp on it. You can crumple it, you can emboss it. I don't think you can do water technique, but other than that, it's cardstock, okay? I die cut this for our sentiment, I think. I'm not fully committed to it, but I think we will use that. And so I'm going to show you a couple of things. We're going to emboss and sand this as a card front, and then we are going to tear and use it as an insert. Because you know I'm not a huge fan of a basic white insert. It's okay, but it's not my preferred. So here's what I've done in advance. Okay, I stamped and cut this guy, and I'll stamp it in color with you a little bit, but this is Daffodil Delight, Granny Apple Green, and then we don't have Coastal Cabana blends, so I use that as an opportunity to color with my Wink of Stella brush. I then colored the dog with crumb cake. I know, after I was just showing you all the naturals, but I wanted to use a crumb cake base, and with all these different colors, I thought I need some more crumb cake in the design. So as you can see, he's a little sparkly. I think coloring with Wink of Stella is, to me, addictive. So I find more and more uses or more ways to do that. So let's just start out by stamping the dog. And don't worry, because I have a llama coming to you soon. And the llama is going to be super fun as well. All right, so the dog, I stamped him in Memento using one of my fabulous large Memento pads. Makes larger images like this especially so much nicer, so much easier. Okay, where'd doggy go? Okay, so again, he's a little large. So I'm just bringing him in like this. He stamps like a dream. Look at his little smile. Oh my God. So my boss at my day job, she likes wiener dogs, and she's had a couple in her adult life. She has one now. His name's Ollie, but he has long hair. And so isn't that cute? Look how just streamlined it's line drawing, right? So it doesn't have shading in it. It's just like ripe and ready for us to do something fun with it. And then if you want to get the middle, you need to bring this ladder, right? Bring the ladder in. And I guess I'll have to put that this way. Okay? And that is how you start construction of this. Now I need my chamois, because I need these blocks again. Yes. Oh, you like sanding with the plaid embossing folder. You know what? We're going to use the glass folder, but I was going back and forth between plaid and glass. So they're all going to work great, but yeah, I like the graphic ideas I like the graphic designs to sand, I guess. So less of like, let's see, they're all going to look great, but this will be great, but I more prefer something like this. I don't know. Ask me tomorrow, different answer. Okay. All right, so how I came along and colored was I brought in the lights. First I decided kind of how I wanted the colors to be lined up. And let me bring Doggy back in. Or the middle is fine too. Okay, so I just wanted yellow, green, Coastal Cabana. And I knew I wanted to start with green. You kind of have to decide that if you're going to do stripes, right? And so here, this is the easier part to color on. All right, so I just went yellow, Skipped 2. Came in with the yellow. Skipped 2. Don't go too fast, or you'll skip the wrong amount, and then you'll have to start again. Okay, so just like that. And then I bring the dark in, and I wanted him to have some dark at the top and then fade down to light. That's probably not an accurate way to represent light. It would be like light was hitting his belly instead of light hitting the top line of him. But guess what? I didn't care. So if you want to make it more accurate, then put the dark part on the bottom. Okay? Then I'm bringing the light back in. Oh yeah, that shows off really good. And I'm coloring over it. Not all the way down, because I kind of want to make a few different colors, or a few different shades, I should say. And again, coloring on the glass mat makes it really helpful. It makes the blends stay wet longer than coloring into grid paper. And so the blending, I think, happens better. It has more time to blend. So keep that in mind. You can purchase the glass mat. Just where, you ask? Well, thank you for asking. You can go on over to thestampingzoo.com, hit the Shop Now tab, and away you go, right? Hello, Jill. How are you doing? And hey, Debbie. Nice to see you. Okay, right here. If you were invited to the Llama Lounge this month, we talked all about techniques with re-inkers. It was so fun. And then here I found myself using re-inker again. So I grabbed the Coastal Cabana re-inker and put probably just half a drop in here. And then I brought my Wink of Stella pens in. I'm using 2 because one of them is really full. And I just feel like when they're really full, sometimes you can get more Stella than you want to. And it will turn it just basically silver. So what I did was I pushed. So you have the little bit of ink there. Now I'm going to bring in just a little bit more Stella. So you have to push and get this in the barrel. And you'll see it coming down into the barrel. This one's kind of a little more dry too, which I can really appreciate. When they're brand new, it makes it kind of difficult to, sometimes you get too much Stella. Oh, that's great. You can see that on camera here. And then I'm just going to bring in the Coastal Cabana. It's also so fun to mix these. Now the way our beautiful ink pads, the container is, this is not going to touch that. All right. I will clean it out after I finish, just in case, you know, I have a lot of people using my ink pad. So just in case something gets moved around, jostled around to the side or whatever. But otherwise, it will stay just fine in there. So if you're working on a project and then you know, have to do something annoying like eat dinner or take care of your child, just close the lid and it will be fine. Hello, Trish. Trish says she loved the Llama Lounge. Well, I did too. It was super fun. Okay, let's see. Where are my, let's see, I go yellow, green, Coastal Cabana. Okay, so the paintbrush tip on the Stella, it just seems to be perfect for this. And it has, of course, it's giving off a little bit of solution, glitter, whatever you want to call it, but not too much. It has good control. And you know, control is one of my love languages. So this is so much better for me than a water painter, because water painter always just kind of decided to dump water when it felt like it. So I am in love with this technique. And who doesn't like a little sparkle? Okay, so this is how you just continue on. Okay. And I'm doing these kind of bigger spaces here right now. But again, this paintbrush point is so fine. that you can do, like you can color rustic centerpieces. You will be able to color with this very easily. So keep that in mind. And wouldn't that make a beautiful Christmas card? We will have to do that here. Not tonight, but get the stamp set and then you can work along with me, okay? I think that is a great idea, isn't it? Boy, I'm smart. Okay, I sell all the beautiful products that we're using tonight, along with a few thousand more. So again, if you would like to pop in and look at any of those, I give you full permission to go on over to thestampingzoo.com, hit the Shop Now tab, and just check it out. You can also find the link in the description of this video. Okay, and you can also, over on that website, or again in the link of this video, you can see about all of my events. Now we are in the thick of the July events right now, so those events are mostly closed, but no, they're not mostly closed. They're closed, but that's okay because a lot of the things I do are month to month. So just get ready, get all ready for all the things, okay? And then finally I have Granny Apple Green, and I'm going to do the same technique that I did before. I like the paintbrush, and I don't need to do the whole thing with you, but let's just, finish a couple of them, okay? And then, so once I did all of my coloring, then I fussy cut. And of course, this straight piece is like no big deal. I tried to leave a little bit of white around the edges, so that's just how I wanted it. This black line on these images is quite thin, and I could see myself easily cutting into the image. So I was trying to, again, give myself a little bit of a border. Okay, so here are just the colors I chose: Granny Apple Green, Daffodil Delight, and Coastal Cabana. And quite fun, yes? Okay, so when you continue on with that and then cut it out, and the dog is Crumb Cake, you have these two pieces, okay? We're going to make a mini slimline card, so let's set those aside and let me zoom out a little bit. And let's bring in the mini embossing folder. No, the mini Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine, so that we can emboss this piece of two-toned cardstock, right? I'm going to use the lighter of the two inside the card. What is this? This is 5.5 by 7, scored at 3.5. Okay, basically as long as you make it 5.5, and then you cut off whatever you want. I thought 3 was not enough, so 3.5 it was, okay? Then I know that's going to fit in an envelope, and it's also going to accentuate the shape of the dog. All right, so I want to keep the light one for inside. They're both light, but that means I want to switch the colors up, so I'm going to emboss the dark side. And so the embossing is where the image gets raised up, happens when you, on the side that has the black line. All right, and so as you can see, this kind of like fades down into just like a cut crystal on a glass. It is from the Sips, Celebratory Sips Suite, and so it is so fantastic. Okay, I don't even know. What is the insert embossing folders hinge first? I want a 1 and a 3. Okay. Oh, I need the 1. I never use the 1. Where is it? Okay, here it is. Here's the 1. Lots of you probably use that as your base, but my machine works better when I use 3 as a base. No, that can't be right. That can't be right. That doesn't feel right at all. 1 and 3. Feels like it's really resisting. Hinge first. Oh, well, okay. Maybe not. It's right. Just give it another try, Lisa. But you should always double check yourself, because if it feels like it's giving you too much resistance, you know, you could break it. So we don't want to do that. Okay, look at that. She is gorgeous on both sides. And this is not a 3D embossing folder, so just keep that in mind. The image is going to be a little less contrasted with the sanding versus using a 3D embossing folder. So it's all good though. Now I'm bringing in this is retired sanding block, but I think you can probably find them anywhere from Home Depot on down. Hey, Cindy, I have missed seeing you, and I'm so happy you're here. And then I'm just going to go in one direction, and I'm going to, you know, less is more, because you can't put it back if you take too much off. Why isn't this part? This part must be not as embossed. I actually don't want to do it all over. How about this? Can you go, okay, how about doing the corners a little more? Okay, there. Now look at that. Isn't that great? It almost looks like a kind of a tropical Hawaiian looking print, I think, especially with the worn part. So anyway, that's what we're going to do for the front. Okay, that's what it's going to look like with the with the light there, and then the dog, but we are going to make the dog longer, because longer is just better, isn't it? Okay, and so on the inside, I don't know, am I going to stamp anything on the inside? I don't think so, because long time no see is going to be on the outside. So this is the insert, okay? And remember, I told you this is white core, so that means, look at that. Our other cardstock, our 8.5 by 11 cardstock, is dyed through, because that's what we like. But this is a little different. We get a different kind of technique. So this is one of the really cool things you can do to just add interest, right? And so I'm going to bring a little seal in here, and this is going to be my insert. Okay. Just for funsies, right? And as I said, you can stamp on this. You can do everything, you know, normally. But I think that is a really fun way to finish off the inside. And what was the measurement on this, in case you're getting ready to make your own? Okay, so the card is 3.5 by 5.5, all right? Or 5.5 by 7, scored at 3.5. And so then I came in 1/4 inch. So this is 3.25 by 5.25. Okay. My layers are 3.25 by 5.25. And so who has long time no see? Cindy, I really miss seeing you. Long time no see, right? The pup sweater. It's all about the pup sweater. Do your dogs have clothes? Because my dogs have clothes. Now, I don't make them wear the clothes. First of all, they kind of like the clothes. Cash really likes a sweater in the winter. He really does. And I've gotten them some nicer things. When they were really young, a friend of mine owned kind of a dog boutique thing in town. Well, she became a friend once I got the dogs. And anyway, she had the cutest clothes there. And so they have some really cute baby clothes. Then, of course, you know, they can't wear them that often. But, well, they can't wear them at all now. But, man, they looked cute. We took their pictures. Okay. And so, yeah, they're adorable. It's so fun to do that, I think. And so this can be, you can mimic a sweater that your dog actually has, or, you know, any colors. You can match the background papers right? I knew I was going to use Granny Apple Green, or I knew that I wanted to use Granny Apple Green. And so, of course, we have coordinating cardstocks because that's Stampin' Up. That's how cool we are. Okay. Long time no see. I have not stamped this yet. Where's my grid paper? I want to give it a trial run. And I kind of think I want to stamp it in Coastal Cabana because I love it. Okay. And we've got no see and ooh, that's pretty. Kind of fat. And I love how we're going to get a mix of fonts here. Oh, sorry, you can see it. Trust me, it's pretty. Okay, let's see. How far down do I need to do this? Oh, it'll fit. It'll fit. Okay, here's the pressure. Don't worry, I have more two-tone cardstock if we need it. Okay, Debbie has this set coming. There's one thing I always say about Debbie. She's smart. Be like Debbie. Well, I hope I can give you some ideas, and maybe you can give me some ideas too, Debbie. I would love to see what you do with this set, especially the llama. I mean, it's obvious. Oh, that's beautiful, isn't it? It kind of ended up looking like green, but a little different. A little different than Granny Apple Green, but not quite Coastal Cabana. Okay, there. Now it looks a little more Coastal Cabana. Okay, so now, like, what? What do we do here? Well, I haven't actually done this, so I hope it works. I'm cutting the hot dog. I'm cutting the hot dog. Okay, so I'm going to come in where he looks pretty easy to cut. And I'm just going to cut him. Okay. This won't hurt a bit. Little Maxie. Okay. So then we got the dog, don't we? Now we want to keep our color, our colors in order. So I'm going to end up putting a Coastal Cabana there. And then I'm going to end up bringing him in like this. Now I probably need to trim a little bit. He's still too long for the card, right? So, Kim, you should know better. You come here when you have no interest in a stamp. I take it as a challenge that I readily accept. Okay, so we don't want him this long. I kind of want him like here where his tail could be like, oh, there we go. That's perfect. Well, almost. How about this? How about if I glue the front part and then we coordinate with the back part green. Okay, I'm going to take this much off. Well, I didn't have to cut by the stripes, but okay, and then this is where he's going to go. So I think liquid glue. I don't want to do a ton. And I'm going to pop him up on dimensionals. This is why he's cut also. Okay, so then just bring in the green. And I know this one's more curved and this one's straight. No biggie. No biggie, because the black lines line up and it's going to carry off the illusion just fine. Okay, and then where do we want this? So I got to have his head come in. Okay, and then I kind of want the tail right there. No, I can't do it. I either need to have the tail. Well, let's see. I could cut him off at the yellow and then bring him in. That's not long enough though. No. We want him to look like an extra long, foot-long hot dog here. Okay. Well, I'll just move the sentiment circle so that we can fix. There. Can I tell you how much fun this is? I hope you guys get how much fun this is because I'm having a really good time. Oh man. No, was that too long? Oh, it's up here. It's clear up here. Okay. Yeah, I was like, wait a minute. That's not right. Okay. Look at that. Okay, and I am going to give, well, my intent, let's say, is to make 4 or 5 of these cards as a gift for my boss. Just with the sweaters being different colors and probably for Christmas cards. And then, you know, just give them for her to give away. And won't that be so fun? I'm excited. Now, if I can get that done, I'll be a Wonder Woman. Alicia's coming over here on Sunday, so Alicia, you might want to pack dinner. We've got a lot of work to do. Just kidding. And I have stamp camp on Saturday. My goodness. And then I'm designing, and bingo went in the mail today. You should have received an email about that if you're playing. And so that's going to be like so much fun. It's Christmas in July, and we're using a beautiful stamp set that Bobble Blooms, or Blooms and Bobble. No, Bobble Blooms. It's so pretty. I loved the cards. Okay, I think I can trim this part off. This won't hurt a bit. Hold on, mister. There we go. And, okay. And so now, he's going to come in here. You're all still with me, yes? Yes. I knew it. Cindy's asking if anybody has the stamp set Seaside Wishes that you'd like to sell. Oh, I kind of think I like it. Like this. Oh, yeah, that's cute. Okay, so I gotta move him carefully. Then I gotta bring my glue in, and then I still get to see that really, this piece that I did, right? I like that. Hey, don't put it crooked. Don't do that. Hold on, lady. You still gotta pay attention. I know. He is so cute. I call him he because my dogs are boys, right? But this is really fun. And I'm smiling right now, and you can't really help smiling, but smile when you're making this. I guarantee it. It's so fun. I'm smiling. Okay. So, oh, I know. I'm so evil. My evil ways. You've got to change your evil ways, Lisa. No thanks. Okay, well, this is like adorable. I changed where I wanted the tail. That works perfect. And then finally, of course, we need some embellishments. Beautiful embellishments. Can I interest you? Why, yes. Thank you. You can. I really kind of want Granny Apple Green, I think. I want to stick with this color combo. You know me. I don't like 15 different colors. I like 3. Sometimes you can talk me into 4 if it's like a natural scene or something, but oh, I have some fun ones. Look at that. We get to use the turtles. The Shades of Green Hexagon, Soft Seafoam, Granny Apple Green, Pool Party, and Shaded Spruce. And I'm going to like the hexagons, I think, with the kind of graphic pattern that we have going on behind. Now, the glass embossing folder is sold as a 2-pack. It's glass and gardens. And again, if you were in Zubilee a couple of months ago, you saw these two. Somebody won them. I think Deborah won them, actually. And but they're very affordable, but the whole suite is fantastic. And I actually have one kit available for that class. If you are interested in that, please let me know. It's $49 and you get everything but the bundle. You know, you get a share of all of the applicable product. And so please let me know again if you are interested in that. I would love to send it out to you. Okay, let's see. Gotta be kind of like, let's do it up here. Yeah. Long time no see. There are two different sizes of these hexagons. We don't have a hexagon anything else, I don't think. So they're very fun. Long time no see. Get out. This is so much cuter than I even thought it was going to be. And you know what? I thought it was going to be pretty cute. Well, there you go. A little two-tone cardstock for you. It's 20% off. What are you waiting for? And can I make another card with the notes bundle? Oh, yeah, the tote one. Is that what you're talking about? Oh, yeah, it's coming up in the must-use list. It's working its way up the list. It's definitely time, isn't it? Round of applause for the doggy. He's so cute. Okay, let's see what I have got dreamed up for this llama. You know, the pressure's on. So, doggy. All right, llama is going to be a Christmas card. I want to use strawberry slush and lemon lime twist. So, this is a Christmas card. But I'm making red and green, right? But kind of. Red and green, Lisa Harden way. Lemon lime twist and strawberry slush. So it's going to be a little off kilter from Real Red and Shaded Spruce. But you could do that. Same concept really as with the dog, except we don't have to cut and paste because we're doing like a trifold here. And so the llama is going to open up like this. What do you think? All right, I was working myself into a tizzy trying to get these measurements, and then I realized how I could do it super easy. So take this down. You don't have to. But the card base is going to be Pool Party, 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. Then I grabbed some Country Woods, and that's 4 by 5 1/4. Okay, Country Woods. I think it's low inventory, but it's still available. So while you're getting your two-tone cardstock, grab a pack of this because it is, you can use it all seasons and all reasons. Okay, from sympathy to birthday. Now that's pretty good. Right now, what I wanted was this. I wanted the card base to be crumb cake. I'm using a lot of crumb cake. And then I wanted a smaller piece, but I kept messing up on the embossing. Or no, well, the folds. I kept messing up on the measurements, okay? And then I was like, okay, here's a really quick way to do it. So I cut, oh, see, that's not actually glued. First I cut this one, and this one is 10 1/2. It's 4 by 10 1/2, okay? 4 by 10 1/2, scored at 3 1/2 and 7. So I wanted these like 3 1/2 pieces. So 4 by 10 1/2, scored at 3 1/2 and 7. Now, guess what this is? This is 3 3/4 by 10 1/4. Yep. And then I took just a little bit of seal. Sorry, these kids are yelling outside. This was before it was embossed. I took a little bit of seal and I put it lightly on this and centered it and just got it lightly in there. And then I brought in my paper trimmer And then I didn't worry about where the white was, right? Brought in the paper trimmer, and then when I was scoring it, I used the crumb cake, and I went to the 3.5, and I scored it. And then I went out to the 7, and I scored it. And then you can take the white piece off and do your stamping. And so there, I cheated the math. I was like, I am not, after I cut like a couple of pieces and they were wrong, and I was like, there's got to be an easier way. You're making this too difficult. And that was how I made it easier, okay? And so, yeah, there's a little bit of seal back there, but I don't care. All right, now this, okay, let me see. This is the one I want to use. I think both of these are the same. No, they're not. Yes, they are. Okay, so I could use either one of these. It was the white I kept messing up on. Okay, and then I wrote T on the top of one. There we go. I wrote T on the top of the white so that I didn't mess that up. All right, and now we begin our stamping. Now, I had that other one as an example. Again, the folds were wrong, but this tells me just about where I need to be so that it looks like he's wearing the scarf, okay? And then when you open it up, you see the end of the scarf, and then here comes the neck. And then I stopped down here, and I was going to put like a little panel of designer series paper. So we'll probably just use a little panel of this. You could actually make this as a pocket for a gift card. And I probably will on some of them, but it's the same thing. You just don't glue down the cardstock all the way. Okay. Thank you for sharing, Deborah. Please share this video if you're enjoying it. It helps me get the word out. It's tough for a llama out here. Okay. It's tough to get the word out about the Stamping Zoo because the internet is a wild and expansive place, my friends. So I do so appreciate your help in liking, sharing, and subscribing. Please subscribe over on YouTube if you haven't already. Frankly, even if you prefer to watch it on Facebook, I'll take it because there are a couple of things I want to do on my videos that I cannot do because I don't have 1,000 subscribers. I have 690 subscribers, okay? So we can get there, but I just need a few more subscribers. And then I can make my videos even better for you. See how it works? So I do appreciate that in advance. I mean, I thank you in advance. And I appreciate it. Okay, you can see I just need to hold this sideways because this is a long piece of paper. Now you may not be able to see me because I got to get up and over this. Okay, and I think I'm there. Oh yeah, that's good. Okay. This is what photopolymer stamps do, right? They help us. We could, remember the Stamp-A-Ma-Jig? Lord help me. Everybody remember the Stamp-A-Ma-Jig with the wooden blocks? Basically, you're stamping blindly. Talk about wasting cardstock. That is a way to waste cardstock. Okay, now with this thing, you just kind of got to make sure that it's straight. I don't know. Again, I'm kind of guessing. I'm guessing a little bit, but I think I'm there. Okay, now see, I haven't stamped that many times, so that should tell you that it's very doable. Okay, all right. So cute. KZ, okay, I know what you're talking about. It was new. It was live to customers in the beginning of June, beginning of July. I don't have it, and I might get it, but I'm not sure. So, and yeah, it's called Just a Note, I think. So anyway, it's not that I don't like it. Again, it's all about how much time do I have in a day and, trying to bring you guys a wide variety, etc. So I don't know if that's going to make the cut. It might. It's adorable. I mean, the paper clip in itself the paperclip die cut is so cute, but I don't know. We'll see. Okay, round up your blocks. Now, I'm keeping this one out. These are the Christmas lights. I guess I should stamp those first, because when I come through here with my colors, I'm going to need to avoid them, aren't I? No, you know what I'm going to do? I am just going to bring these through and color them with Wink of Stella. And then they'll just be the same colors. Ain't nobody got time for that. Okay, where did this come from? Well, this is the stamp from this Long Time No See stamp set. And then the cool shape comes from More Messages, which is a really cool die. Where is it though? That's what I want to know. Okay, so it's this one. Has a coordinating stamp set, and it stamps these all as one, and then you die cut them all as one. This is one die. Well, all I did was I put this in upside down in the die cutting machine. Let me just show you. I put it upside down so that I could see what I was doing. And then I brought in just enough paper for the shape I wanted. Okay, let's say I want Let's say I want like a couple of shapes over here. Let's say I want this shape. Okay, yeah, because you can see it on the camera. Okay, so I just brought my peach pie cardstock in like that so I can see it. Again, it's face up. That's not usually how I have you do it. And then roll it through. And it's going to make all sorts of creaking sounds, and that's fun. That's legal. Oh my goodness, KZ. I really am sorry that you are dealing with a lung infection, and I just hope you have good meds and good immune system, friend, and that you get over that quickly, okay? Have your daughter take care of you. I'm sure she is. Okay, and then, so you can have any of these shapes you want. You can cut them all out if you want with the accompanying stamp set, or you can use them just like I use them here. Okay, so that's what I did, and then I stamped Merry Christmas with Coastal Cabana again. I was on a Coastal Cabana, no, I was Pool Party, sorry. I was going to say I was on a Coastal Cabana kick. Well, kind of. Okay, and then this guy, whoa, things are falling over here. As I said, I'm working on many, many fun projects. All the fun gets stacked up over there every once in a while. Okay, away we go. Now this guy is going to be red and green. So I'm sure, before KZ left, I am sure KZ has started working on Christmas cards. In fact, I think she told us about that earlier. Okay, here, first question already. Do I want to make this thing all red, or do I want to make it striped? I think I want to make it striped. Hello, who's coming? Kind of sounds like a tango. Just checking stuff out. You know what they want? Their medicine. In fact, I had the audacity to eat some of the deli turkey before I came on here. Sometimes I buy on Boar's Head. Okay, so. And anyway, so I got some of the deli turkey out, and then I sat in the chair that I sit in when I give them their medicine. And they were kind of like, yes, please. And I was like, no, this is for Mom. And then I was eating. I Okay, where do I gotta get on the track here. Oh my God, I'm afraid I'm gonna have an avalanche in a minute. Anyway, and then I was eating a cheese stick and they were like, yes, please. I was like, no. And I know you're like, wow, she's really strict with her dogs. Well, not 10 minutes before that, I had given them a few little, and emphasis on little, bites of Rice Krispie treat I was making. So, you know, I was like, I think you guys are good. You ate a couple of really expensive foods for your dinner, and then you had Rice Krispie treat for dessert. So I'm guessing they're the only dogs in the cul-de-sac that had Rice Krispie treat. Here, I'm going to do this. He's in the tub, which means I may have forgotten to put their water back in the laundry room. Once I got fresh water, I know I brought the dish in. Now I'm just thinking, did I leave it on the kitchen counter? Possibly. He'll let me know. He'll start whipping at me pretty soon. Okay, well, this is kind of cute. This lemon lime twist with this strawberry slush, it's kind of giving me, what is that? The Grinch vibes. Is it giving you Grinch vibes? Because it's giving me Grinch vibes. Okay, now this is going to be super easy. In fact, now we can probably switch to paintbrush. So you could stamp a bunch of these right now and then just start coloring them. And then you can have all of the coloring finished and then just do assembly on your cards later. Maybe we will have some designer series paper come out that you can't live without in the mini catalog. As I say that, I'm like, maybe. No, there will be, I'm sure. But you know what? We have a really cool paper right now that I think will be great for the holidays, and it's called something Tweed. Kim, you just got it. Is it called Simply Tweed? Anyway, I think it's going to be great for fall and winter. It's photorealistic. It's like high, what do we call that? High resolution photos of all of these crazy tweed patterns. But I think they're going to be great. And in fact, in the marketing for this stamp set, they have used one of those papers behind the llama. So keep it in mind. Oh gosh, now what color are we going to color our llama? There's a little bit of pecan pie on this cardstock, which makes me kind of want to go brown with him, but he could easily be gray, or he could have, if you saw the photo that I posted for this video, he could also have spots on him. I mean, they have a wide range of colors, kind of like doggos. So I did not see any of them smiling as nicely as this. Lots of you have asked me before, why did I choose the llama as my business icon? And I don't have a llama. I didn't at the time have fascination with llamas. But when I started reading about them, I don't know, I was looking for an animal for the zoo, right? A need for tweed. Thank you. Okay, so I was like, well, I want an animal because I knew what I wanted to name it. Okay, now I'm coming in with the dark, guys. And I'm going to just do dark on one side to try and give it the illusion of round, like a neck. And so that's what I'm doing. You could also bring dark in on both sides, but we're not going to do that much work. So anyway, yeah, I started looking. In fact, I was thinking for a while about a monkey, but really, this is, I don't know, you may disagree, and that's totally fine. But I actually don't, as I get older, I don't like that. It disturbs me to see primates in the zoo, and I know why they're there. Okay, I'm not saying it's wrong, but it disturbs me. And so it disturbs me to see a lot of animals in the zoo. Like, people are horrible to animals, and that's why we have to protect them that way. It doesn't make me like it anymore. So anyway, I thought, well, I can't have that for my business. No, I can't do that for my business because it disturbs me. And then I just started thinking about, okay, well, what's an animal that's more of like a livestock animal that, you know, really fun. And I immediately started thinking about alpacas and llamas. And I was like, no, it can't be alpaca because I'm more of a llama personality than an alpaca. Alpaca seems to be like, keep sweet, you know, and I'm not saying I'm not sweet, and I'm not saying llamas aren't sweet. The llamas have a little more attitude, right? If Anna's on here, she'll be able to tell us firsthand, okay? And if you read more about llamas, or if you see any funny memes about llamas, it's like, you know, alpacas are happy to help, and then llamas like to listen to death metal and spit in your eye. So, dang it, I just got wild with the red. Did you see that? I got wild with it. Let's see if I can push it. Now, I do have a little extra time, as I said, because I'm working on the mat. I want to literally like push it towards, see what I'm doing there? I'm taking this and I'm scribbling towards the red with the color lifter. And let's see, it's going to create a little watermark here, so I don't want to do it a million times. Okay. Kind of fading out. And then I'm going to bring this in and color over it. Not bad. Tango, are you making the bed in there? What are you doing? You're crazy. You're crazy, son. Okay. Let's see what we've got. Now look at, this is more like alpaca. Look how sweet it is. Yes. I know, they spit at you. And I do remember they have llamas at the Boise Zoo. And one did spit at my mother, which was quite funny. You know, we were little kids. So we thought that was hilarious. We were digging that. Oh, 500's kind of nice. How about 500 with a little 400? Are you making the bed, Tango? Tango, what you doing? I'm talking to you. Yes, I am. He's just hanging out in the hallway, wagging his tail. Like, yes, Mom. 500 and a little. My labels are small. 400. Okay. I don't want it to be too dark because I don't want to wipe out the detail. And so I think these two will be fun. Why not? Okay, look at this. So can we just, it's very fun. So again, that is strawberry slush and lemon lime twist. If you're doing anything with the Grinch, do that. Okay, 500 is lighter, is the lighter color. So since I am heavy-handed, I want to start with 500. And I'm just going to color him. I just think he's cute. I'm going to color him. Okay. Ooh. Catching a little. Oh, good job. I'm catching some shadow up here because of my camera overhead. Just touch the point of the blend lightly, or if you're coloring with one of the other colors, not the naturals, then use a Stampin' Right marker for those ears, okay? I kind of want his hair to stay white over there, that poof. Let's do that for right now and then see how it looks. And then I want his, I don't know, do you call it muzzle? stay white. So fun. Look how cute. Okay, so anyway, then the more I started reading about llamas, that's the more I was like, you know what? I like this. It's got a little attitude. Hello, Teresa. Teresa's going to play bingo. We were talking about bingo. It's okay if you're late because you know what? Tonight, when you can't sleep, you can watch the beginning of it on replay. Super fun. Oh man, look at this with the pompadour. I kind of am liking that. I may change my mind on it, but then I'm going to bring in the darker and I'm just going to go over some of the, now this one has like different textural marks, right? So I'm going to just kind of go over it. And I know I want to do something in here, but I don't think I want to make it, do I want to make it darker? Oh, it's hard. I think I want to make it lighter. 900. No, I think I want to use petal pink in the ears. I don't know why. It's just like I don't think their ears are really going to be petal pink. They're going to be just like my dog's ears are kind of the same color as their fur, right? Brown. But we're going to give a little bit of a highlight that way. And then I do think I'm going to come in and let's see. I used, how about, see, having a little swatch, making a swatch like this, I think is so handy. Oh, you forgot about bingo. I didn't know if you wanted to play or I would have bothered you about it. But there will be a next time. Okay, there will be a next time. It's okay. Let's see. Maybe 600 on the hair. Okay, let's do that. 600. Tango, did Mom forget to give you the water? They actually prefer to jump in the tub. Honest to God. I mean, what kind of a show am I running around here? It's ridiculous, but I'm not running it. That's obvious. I'm just the caretaker. Okay, we're doing 600. Yeah, okay. Here we go. We're doing it. Oh, it doesn't really look that much different. It's okay. I like it. Oh, I kind of like that. Okay, I'm going to make the hair that color too. I don't like the hair just being white. I gave it a try, and it might look great on like when it's gray, and then you could bring a little bit of gray around the edges. Oh man, I like this guy. He looks cute. Now even just a touch of white around certain edges. What are you doing, mister? What you doing? Oh, poor baby. Neglected by his mom. Only gets to eat dinner and Rice Krispie treats. They go crazy for marshmallows. Okay. What? I mean, I kind of like this guy. He's pretty cute. Okay, we are going to assemble this card. But first, I'm going to tell you a little bit about what's going on in the Stampin' Up! World. And to do that, I need to bring in a few graphics. One moment, please. I didn't pull them. I forgot to pull them. Probably not enough juice. There we go. Sorry. Okay, probably not enough juice in the internet. So you know what? It's okay. I've told you about the sale, right? Oh, okay. Today is the last day to sign up for what looks to be a really cute, really cute paper pumpkin, okay? And so please keep an eye on that. I think it's going to be really cute. It features strawberries And it has 4 different designs. I'm guessing it's going to make 2 cards, 4 of each. But anyway, it's going to be adorable. Okay, so as I'm finishing this, where did my sentiment go? It was in my way the whole time. Are you guys still here? Are you still here? I hope. I think that the camera froze because I was trying to download my graphics. And then it was like, we're not having it. We're not doing all that. Okay, wait. Where did my Merry Christmas go? It needs that. One moment. Gosh, guys. I'm so sorry. Oh, man. I got thrown off. Let's see here. Oh, here we go. Let's see. I know it's around somewhere because I was just showing it to you guys. Well, I don't need to look forever. Let's just go ahead and continue, shall we? Sorry about that. Let me grab the Country Woods paper. A new pack. I have a new pack that just came in, thank goodness. And so I have all sorts of pieces now, but I was working with lots of little pieces. Hey, can somebody comment and tell me if you're live? Tell me if you're here, or am I just out here recording? Might be recording for all I know. It did a weird blip. Okay, this is 3 3/4, and I probably want it to come up about 2 by 3 3/4. Thank you so much, Cindy. There, I must be a little bit live. 2 by 3 3/4. I know. I mean, the dot. Thank you. Okay. So I was trying to download graphics for you, and my computer was like, "No, we cannot do all this. You're asking for way too much." So then it said recording stopped, and I was like, "Ah." Okay. You know, as I do. I acted calm like I do. Let's see. Maybe I would like this to be 3 1/2 instead of 3 3/4. It's kind of an odd way to stop it there at the end, but I think it'll work out if I just go with it. Okay, everyone's still here. Thanks. Maybe it didn't stop for you guys. That's where it's like, I'm not sure. Hey, Sherry. Very nice to see you. Okay, so we're going to put this on here, and then we're going to put this on the base, and then hopefully I can find my Merry Christmas sentiment. I will find it. It's just, will I find it right after I stop recording? Or before? Because we got to decorate the top a little bit. Okay, that's kind of fun, yes? So, I mean, this paper is photorealistic as well. So, very fun. And then I am going to bring in Seal Plus. You know, this is just kind of my normal go-to when I'm making a fun fold or any type of interactive card. I need the movable piece. I need to make sure that it's not going to go anywhere too crazy. So let's put this down here. So we've kind of got, you know, my idea was, well, the llama might be in the barnyard, right? And what? It's fun. To me, it might actually be more fun on a super bright color, but I can go with this. I can go with this right now. And then I need my sentiment. So give me just a moment, friends. I'm so sorry. you know, everything was like falling down back here. I was laser focused until that started happening, and it was going page by page. It was dropping down. Like, what? Okay, well, we're going to make another one. We're going to make another one, and it was pool party. So I just need a little scrap of pool party. Okay. Who's in pajamas? Raise your hand. I am. Yes, I think as I told you, as you can tell, I am fresh from the shower and I'm wearing no makeup because I put on all sorts of lotions and potions and I need them to be able to work. Okay, so work they shall. And plus, you know, I was like, do I really want to put on makeup and then take it off? No, not really. I think what I'm going to do after I'm live here with you guys is go give the dogs their medicine, right? And then I am going to round them up and we are going to have slumber party. That's what I call it when we go straight into bed. You know, sometimes we sit on the couch, sometimes we just go straight to bed. Okay. Oh, and here's what I was thinking of too. I was going to put this off to the side like this. Okay. So I need the pool party. And what do you use if you don't have pool party? Versamark. Yep. You can do it. Okay. And this is just a really fun little, again, the fonts are always fantastic, but you saw how cute this one is, right? It's just a fun little kind of fat lettering that probably will look fantastic heat embossed if you want to go that route. Here's my Merry Christmas. Okay. And yes, I would die cut this first, especially where I was using the More Messages die, which is that huge die that I showed you earlier. So there. And now, as I said, once I clean up, or right this minute, I will find the one that I made a while ago. So let's not look too hard for it, shall we? Yeah, no, let's not do that. Okay, now don't forget, I said I was only going to, I'm going to have this hanging over. Oh, you know what I wanted to do? You know why I think this looks so plain? I'm sorry, but you're just going to have to hang with me. Because this is a good trick, and we may have all forgotten it, right? It's 10:30. I'm so sorry. It's 10:30 in Florida. She's a late nighter, though. Okay, and I'm going to take the light pool party. Okay, so we see how he looks now, right? This will not take as long as you think it might. And I'm using the paintbrush. Okay, we're going to go up around the ears. I like it to be like a flicking motion or like this. I don't like to go straight down, but this needs to have some color around it because he looks like he's just floating off into space. And I don't know why this works, but we do know this works because we do it all the time. I just haven't done it lately. Okay. Just haven't done it lately. So bring your light pool party. I mean, you can do it with dark too, but really, when I use this technique, it's just light pool party and the paintbrush end, especially on this card because there's so much of it is pool party. Okay, I'm going to come up. And I don't want it to be even. I don't like mine to be even. I like them, see how I'm doing this. Some are short, some are longer. Kind of like how I was coloring when I was shading the stripes. Same kind of thing. Okay. See what we've got there already? Okay, and then this side. You could also use any number of those stamps that are kind of textural to add a little something around it. You could fussy cut him if you want to, but I like this technique sometimes, especially if I'm going to make this type of a Christmas card. I'm not going to fussy cut. That is not going to be, I'm not that person. Maybe if I didn't have a job and a small business. Okay, but otherwise, no. Okay. Oh, Lord, don't you go running off. Don't you go running off, mister. Okay, get in here. All right. So that gives him a lot more interest. It's an easy way to give him some interest. Okay, now you're going to bring this in. And only has adhesive on the left-hand side. Just want to make sure I don't go over the card. Yeah, there we go. I mean, what? Super cute. Yes, super cute. Need some embellishment. We could use those hexagons again. They do have pool party. Well, why not? Why not? Well, I'm getting a little stash of Christmas cards here. Hello, Judy Balmer. I am very glad to see you here. And I understand losing track of time and days. It happens to the best of us. In fact, this morning when I got up, it was quite a while before I realized, oh yeah, you're going live tonight. It's like, oh, okay, right. I thought about it a few days ago, prepped, and then that was the last I thought about it. So, I mean, I was always thinking about Stampin' Up! Stuff and customers, don't get me wrong. I just almost forgot what was next on my plate. You know I don't forget about you. These hexagons, I mean, come on. I'm kind of liking them. More than kind of. All right, everyone. Well, I mean, if I haven't sold you on long time no see tonight, I don't know if I can do anything else. I didn't even bring in this. We don't have time. But you know what? Tune in for the still photo of this. And I will put the lights on this llama, okay? Because we have to have them. And I'm going to color them just with, they will appear translucent. And I'm going to color them with Wink of Stella, okay? So you don't even have to do that. But of course, they're in there. I just happened to remember it the last minute here. Also, don't forget two-tone cardstock on sale. There's just a couple of things you can do with it. It really provides a lot of interest for a little bit of work, okay, and not much cardstock. So do you have a favorite tonight, the llama or the dachshund? Don't feel obligated to say the llama. You can say either one because, frankly, I don't know that I have a favorite right now. But I don't have to pick because I own the stamp set. And so when you get the stamp set, you can make several of both. And so I hope you've enjoyed that. It's been really fun for me to work with these tonight. And so please take a look at the events that I have in the descriptions below this video, as well as just jumping on over to the Stamping Zoo and taking a look over there. And then if you're really curious, hit the Shop Now tab. And it doesn't cost anything to look, right? We have paper crafting supplies for all paper crafting hobbies, okay? I am primarily a card maker, but of course we have all sorts of things for memory keeping, 3D items, home decor, you name it, we got it, okay? Thank you so much, everybody. I will be with you again on Sunday, and I hope you have a wonderful weekend. Some of you I will see at Stamp Camp, and I will not be with you next Thursday. I will try to be with you on Friday, okay? Thanks again, everyone. Have a great night.